Yo, how's it going everybody? My name is Bronit here, and welcome to another kind of video where I just talk. And the gameplay that I got in the background for you is... Blacklight? Wait a second, wasn't this game dead? And the answer to that is yes, it was. But, due to a recent news post that I'm going to put a link down in the description for all of you, the game is going to be getting a new breath of life, with what is going to be known as the Parity patch. So basically, the gist of what happened is Zombie Studios, which was the studios that basically called all the shots for Blacklight Retribution, they got bought out by another studio, and this is a new studio known as Hardsuit Labs. So it's pretty obvious that they care about Blacklight a lot, because, well, they named their studio after one of the signature things in Blacklight, which is the hard suit. But anyways, what's going on is this Parity patch, which we can expect sometime in late June. We don't exactly have an exact day yet, but for right now, we can expect a patch coming in late June for all versions of Blacklight. This goes for the PC and the PlayStation 4, and also the Russian version of the game. And most of the reason as to why the game died in the first place, at least on PC, is because it wasn't getting updated. Like, the last update that the game saw was like 2.5 years ago. Which I know is a long time. And typically if a game goes without updates for a month, 2 months, it dies. People just stop playing because they get the image in their head that the developers and the people running the company that the game belongs to, they don't care. So the players start to not care. With this Parity patch that's coming in, we actually see someone in charge who actually cares about all versions of the game. So what's going on is, part of the reason as to why the PC version wasn't getting updated is they had the game in like 20 different versions of code on, like, you know, they had 20 different versions of the game that were each written in their own version of code. So if you wanted to update the game, you had to update 20 different versions of the game. And what's going on now is all versions of the game are going to be compiled into one version of code, which is going to make doing updates a hell of a lot easier. So right now, there's going to be some improvements. There's going to be some stuff that's going to get balanced. There's also going to be some stuff that is going to be improved. There's also going to be a couple things that are getting removed, actually. There are some things that are getting removed, because I remember reading in the patch, in the news posting, that is, the link is down in the description, that the previous size of Blacklight was somewhere around 8 gigs. And the size of this new Blacklight is going to be somewhere around 4 gigs. And the reason for that is a lot of stuff is coming out of the game. Also, the game is getting optimized, so stuff like, performance-wise, it's going to run a lot better. And there are some huge things that are getting taken out. I believe there's like 4 maps that are getting taken out right now. So, basically what's going on, some content is getting cut, and by the way, I'm quoting this right now. The map Offshore is one of those maps that is getting cut, and Offshore is one of my more appreciated maps. Like, I actually liked Offshore, but I don't know. I guess they didn't. So Offshore is getting taken out. There's a couple maps that are going to be actually added, I think. There's a map called Vortex. Evac is currently not in the PlayStation 4 version, however, it's not going to get removed. So 3 maps in total are getting removed from the PC version, those being Offshore, and the 2 newest maps, those being Slumlord and Drop Zone. And I'm going to quote this: "They are old and look it, and they are not at the level of quality that we would like to have in our game. Therefore, we are going to remove them from the game until such a time when they can be improved to be consistent with the rest of the game." I completely agree with this. Copying and pasting maps from an older game is unacceptable. At least if those maps, it would be acceptable if those maps were, you know, fan favorites, but from basically what happened is going to be, basically what went down is a lot of the communities did not like the new maps. They did not like Slumlord and Drop Zone. I don't like them either. Drop Zone is way too circular, and Slumlord is just way too cramped. The only way that you can actually win in Slumlord is by camping in a corner with half of your team with sniper rifles. And I actually played a couple rounds on Slumlord. I also played one round on Offshore, and unfortunately my W key was giving me fits, and it was just not working, and it was, yeah, you get the gist of it. So, along with that, the dedicated servers on the PC version are going to remain a thing. It is not going to pull a Call of Duty and just be peer-to-peer. But currently PlayStation 4 is going to stay peer-to-peer. They're going to be working on getting some servers in, but no final decisions have been made. So yeah, basically what's going to happen is the game is going to be getting so big of an update. This is also another thing. You're going to have to reinstall the entire game. You're not just going to launch. You're not just going to launch the patch launcher. You're going to have to reinstall the entire game. So you're going to have to re-download the entire thing, which, you know, 4 gigs isn't that bad. But there's going to be some other stuff that's going to be improved. Field of vision modification with actual in-game settings instead of external file editing. Your account is going to stay the same. Basically everything that you've got now is going to transfer over. Your account is not going to get wiped, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, another thing that is going to be getting changed that I almost forgot. Any gun parts that you have, basically what's going to be going on with the gun parts is after the update, there's going to be a gun part specific to each gun. There's going to be several different variations of the same, like the same barrels, the same muzzles, the same stocks, all specific for each individual gun. Kind of like the magazines already are, except with all of the other parts. So the muzzle, the barrel, and the stock. It only makes sense that the scope would stay the same, however, I don't know if that would actually change. But it only makes logical sense that the scope would stay the same. That you only have to purchase the scope one time. So along with this, a lot of the price stuff on those gun attachments are going to come down, seeing as those parts are only going to be usable on that particular gun. So right now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to urge people to get in and get the parts that they have now. Because what is going to happen is once the update comes, if you own a part that works on several versions of guns, like a barrel that works on, you know, all of the guns with the exception of the burstfire SMG, the burstfire rifle, because I believe those two have their own set of barrels that they can use, and also the tactical SMG because that doesn't have a barrel. But basically, if you have a barrel or a muzzle or a stock that works on all versions of the guns that it is compatible with, you do not have to purchase additional parts for the guns because you are going to be given all variations of that part. Which means that if you have the part now, you will have all versions of the part come June. This I don't think is going to hold true for any new guns or any new gun receivers that they come out with, although arguably I can't see them coming out with any more unless they decided to go with, you know, freaking lasers, but, you know, that might be cool. But anyways, I'm running up past 9 minutes now on this little monologue that I'm going. Basically, just a huge update that's going to be coming in. So, yeah, I'm excited for this. Also, by the way, the Merchant Pass is free. So if you want to send items to people, now is your chance. You can do it for free. Anything that is inactive, you can send. By the way, also another thing, inactive items, any inactive items in your inventory are going to be activated. This goes for magazines, this goes for guns, this goes for anything, you know, GP, XP tokens, all that fun stuff. So, yeah. And the way that that's going to work is if you have temporary items that can be activated, like, I don't know, 6 sets of 3-day stun shurikens, then what's going to happen is all of those stun shurikens are going to stack into one stun shuriken. So you're going to have like 18 days worth of stun shuriken plus 7, because they're adding on 7 days for temporary items due to the fact that there's going to be a lot of downtime for the servers and also for people to actually get back into the game. So if you have good internet and they do quick on the server maintenance, then you will actually have a little bit of bonus time, you know, maybe 3 or 4 days. But another thing that is actually kind of cool, data nodes are going away. Data nodes are just a thing that are always temporary. There are several different variations of data node. They do different things like reduce your spread or increase your movement speed or increase your health cap, all sorts of different stuff. Those are going away. And you'll see here in the game that I play on evac, because I think I recorded that. I don't know, but I got shot with an incendiary rifle. I got shot with an incendiary bolt action. And the build that I have, my armor, is geared against max damage incendiary rifles, but the guy had a boosted fire damage, so he was actually able to kill me. And I wasn't expecting that, so he got a free kill because of that, because of bullshit nodes. But nothing you can do about it. Until after the June patch, all of the data nodes are going away. They're not going to be activated. Nothing's gonna happen with them. They're just gonna disappear. So yeah, a couple of more things that are going. The mailing system is going away. This is why the merchant pass is going to be free. So that you can send items while you can, basically. So you're going to be able to send items for, I don't know, about a month, a little over a month, because right now it is like the 14th, yeah, 14th of May, at least for me it is. There are going to be there's still going to be a friends list stuff, and also with the mailing system going away, any items that you have in your mailbox you are going to want to claim now, otherwise they are going to disappear. So, yeah. But anyways, that's enough of me rambling. I'm going up on like 13 minutes here. 12 minutes and 40 some seconds. But anyways, I don't know. I'm hyped about this. Like, I love Blacklight. The thing that Blacklight has that is unique to it is the level of customization that you can put into it. You know, you'll see me using a bolt action rifle, and that bolt action rifle was tailored by me for me. It is a hip fire bolt action rifle. And I love it because it fits my style. So, anyways, I think that's gonna about do it. If you guys are just as excited as I am, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. But otherwise, I will see all of you in the next video.